So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Leon Zealand, and this is my dog Nephren. She is currently 8 years old. She'll be 9 in this October.
And what age were you when you started training her?
The age that we started training her, well, we got her when she was 10 weeks, I think, and just started training her basically immediately as soon as we got her.
And how old were you?
I was 13. Yeah, I was 13 when we got her.
Okay. And why do you believe dog training is important for both dogs and owners?
I think dog training is important for both dogs and owners because, well, dogs are just. I mean, you hear a lot of wonder stories about, the dog that was just immediately good and well trained, especially in like picture, but like Lassie and whatnot. No training needed; they were just automatically good. But in reality, I think a lot of dogs come from very broken places, a lot of bad homes. They haven't been treated super well, and so they're not going to be that kind of dog that's really just good off the bat. And a lot of them are not. A lot of people are not well adjusted to dealing with the stuff, the things that dogs actually need, and so I think dog training is both really helpful for people and dogs to coexist in a way that's not just letting either the dog down or the person letting the dog do whatever they want.
And how has dog training taught you anything about patience, communication, or leadership?
I mean, you learn all sorts of stuff about yourself dog training. It's like having a dog is like having a toddler that never grows past the age of like 3 or 4. So it's constantly dealing with how to be more patient, how to be more responsible, how to be more in tune with what the dog needs, because the dog can't tell you what it needs exactly. You have to be able to either infer or know the signs. And so being able to be responsible, one of the biggest things that I've always struggled with is just how do I deal with annoyance, regarding her, because she's super hard-headed, and having to just accept her for the dog that she is and not the dog that I wished she was has been very important. But I like, would I want her to be any different? Not really. She's my dog. I love her.
And in your experience, how does training strengthen the bond between a dog and its owner?
In my experience, the way it strengthens our relationship. I mean, it's a really tough thing to do. It's tough on both people. Really, not both people. The dog and the person. It's tough on both of you, and you have to work together. And there's the inherent language barrier. There's the inherent, like, again, this is a toddler. It's not a actual. They're not you're not on the same level as you are emotionally or mentally or whatnot. So you have to find ways to work through that. And the thing is, the dog wants to work for you. The dog wants to. They're bred to enjoy this kind of stuff, and so being able to work together despite all those differences and despite all those barriers, I think, is really important. And you come out of it with you've learned more about yourself, and the dog is now a better dog, and they've probably learned some more things in their own tiny little dog head about themselves, and it's just you can get along better, and you can be a better dog owner. And that's not just for her, but that's also just for the people around you and the people that you have to walk past. As you're walking your dog every day.
So, one last key question.
Mm.
If every dog owner remembered one thing about training, what would that be?
I think it's when the dog gets it. When you notice when the dog understands what you're asking of it, because it does the right thing, and you can tell it knows it's doing the right thing because it is like excited about what it's doing, and it's also like waiting for you to praise it. And so it's that, I think it's that level of understanding, where the dog, at first the dog is like, what the hell are you asking me to do? What's going on? But as time goes on, and they start to get it, you see them start to get it. You see them start to understand that, and they start to enjoy it more. I think that's a very hard to forget experience.
Great, thanks.